Have you ever loved something so much that you couldn't let it go, even when the world was against it? Let's take a journey into the life of a woman whose heart was set on a single creation, tiramisu. This wasn't just any cake for her. It was her passion, her signature, her identity. She was a maestro in the kitchen, weaving magic with mascarpone, coffee, and cocoa. As the world of desserts evolved, a wave of new flavors swept across the market. From exotic matcha to classic red velvet, the taste buds of consumers were yearning for something different, something new. The once adored tiramisu began to lose its charm, its demand dwindling with each passing day. But Safina, our cake maker, she was different. She held on to her love for tiramisu, refusing to let the market dictate her craft. She clung to tradition, resisting the winds of change. Our cake maker, however, couldn't bear to let go of her beloved tiramisu. The world of business, however, is not kind to those who don't listen to their customers. Safina's life began to mirror a recipe gone wrong. She had always been a purveyor of the classic tiramisu, a cake she held dear to her heart. But the winds of preference had shifted, and her customers' tastes were changing. The shops she supplied to started demanding other cakes, ones that were new, exciting, and in line with the current trends. But she remained steadfast in her ways, refusing to let go of her beloved tiramisu. Her stubbornness, however, came at a price. One by one, the shops she supplied to began to withdraw their contracts. The loss of these contracts was like a baker losing her oven, a significant blow to her business. Yet, she remained unyielding, her determination unwavering. She continued to bake her tiramisu, hoping that one day its time would come again. But the world of business is not a fairy tale. There are no fairy godmothers to wave a magic wand and make everything all right. The cake maker's refusal to adapt to the changing market led to the slow crumbling of her business. She was like a ship captain refusing to alter course, even as she sailed into a storm. Her business was slowly sinking, and yet she refused to abandon her beloved tiramisu. The downfall of the cake maker's business was a painful sight. She had once been a beacon of success, her tiramisu a symbol of her passion and dedication. But her refusal to adapt, to listen to her customers, had led to her downfall. It was a slow, gradual process, like a cake left too long in the oven, slowly turning from perfect to charred beyond recognition. Her business was in ruins, and yet she clung to her beloved tiramisu. The once flourishing business was no more, and all that remained was the memory of her tiramisu. The sweet aroma of coffee and mascarpone, once a familiar scent in her bakery, had faded into silence. The doors were closed, the ovens cold, and the counters that once held trays of her beloved tiramisu were now empty. Her business had crumbled, just like the delicate layers of her favorite dessert. Her steadfast refusal to adapt to her customers' desires was the final nail in the coffin. She ignored their pleas for new flavors, their requests for different types of cakes. She held on tightly to her tiramisu, refusing to let go even when it was clear that the market had moved on. It was a tragic end, not just for her business, but also for her beloved dessert. It died with her, a poignant reminder of the price of intransigence. She loved her tiramisu, but her love for it was her downfall. Safina's story is a sad one, but it carries an important lesson. It underscores the vital importance of listening to your customers in business. Customers are the lifeblood of any enterprise. They are the ones who buy our products, use our services, and ultimately decide our success or failure. In this tale, our cake maker held on to her love for making tiramisu cake, even when the market had clearly rejected it. She kept baking it, ignoring the requests from the shops she supplied to change her product or try out new recipes. Safina's refusal to listen, to adapt, led to her downfall. It's a poignant reminder that businesses need to evolve with their customers' needs to survive. Flexibility, adaptability, and a willingness to change are not just admirable traits. They're necessities in the world of business. So remember, in business, it's important to listen to your customers, because in the end, they are the ones who decide your success or failure. Yours truly, the Decent Tattler.